Whitey? Oh, because the Whitey Show, the Whitey Show, the Whitey Show.
Whitey Show?
The Whitey Show, the Whitey Show.
Whitey Show?
I'm the review who loves to say son of a bitch. The same review who hates most Nintendo shit. I'm the one who calls games what they are. I even own a 360 and hate Gears of War. Guy who spends his money on games, fucking cards. Just a funny guy who became a YouTube star. Looking for better reviews than IGN, don't look far. Just give me a shot, no one gone par.
Tales of Vesperia is another entry into the Tales series made by Namco. It's an action RPG, anime style RPG. So it is actually pretty good. And this is coming from a person who did not like Tales of Symphonia, the critically acclaimed GameCube RPG. If you don't know what Tales of Symphonia is and you have a GameCube, then something's wrong with you. Simple as that. So I'll get into this. Whether you like it or not, that's up to you. I'll start off with the story and go on. There's some weak parts, but overall, this is a Japanese RPG that should not be missed, in my opinion. It's quite fun, and let's get to it. First up is the story, and then graphics and so on. The story of Tales of Vesperia is told in a few ways. One way is the obvious, just talking. We see a little bubble above their head, and you hear the voices for most parts. Some parts you don't hear any voice, which kind of bums it down. But when you hear the voice, all voice acting is done well. And it's, you learn the main story throughout this way. It's pretty simple, pretty well done, it's told well and all that, so don't worry about that. Another way it's told, in my personal way, this is more for actually the character development, which is the better side. Well, the story is kind of weak in this game, in my opinion. There's nothing epic about it. The characters are very, very well done, in my opinion. They're out of the norm. They're not the same old bullshit you get in every RPG, especially the main character, Yuri. The character develops without giving any spoilers. They all develop in certain ways. Some unexpected, some expected, but overall it's really nice. You get attached to these characters, and the way it's told through these little boxes where they're talking to each other is well done because of the voice acting. So the story, the main story is okay, but the actual characters and the development are just great.
More times than... Hey, wait! I'm not done yet!
The graphics are done 3 different ways. First of all, you have the normal cutscenes where, well, they don't look bad at all. The character movements are stiff. Kind of takes away from the action cutscenes when they're done like this, or regular expressions. Still, they're not terrible. Then you have something that's beautiful. CGI, cel-shaded graphics. I mean, the movements are really well done. They look really well. They're usually colorful because this is a colorful game, and they're just done beautifully. And then, of course, you have the anime cutscenes, which have been in these for a while. There's very few of them, but when they're done very well. They usually tell a very important part of the story or a moving part. So anyway, I'll give you a little taste and enjoy.
I want to continue the journey as well.
Now that's what I wanted to hear.
The gameplay section is the biggest section, obviously. First of all, the normal rundown of every RPG. You can explore the town. It's linear fashion. Basically, you go from point A to B. You go to the inn, to the shop, to outside the area to fight monsters. That's basically it. Usually, this is where the story occurs, and you get more of what you have to do, your mission, and so on. It's nothing special, but the cities usually do look nice or really shitty depending on where you are. But all in all, it's done to get the story moving, so it's okay. The actual gameplay is done on a field map to explore. The monsters pop up first of all, so it's not random encounter, so you get to see who you're fighting. That is mostly a good thing, because I know a lot of people don't like random encounters. You can avoid the monsters if you want, but if you don't, go right into them. The combat is done, as I said before, action RPG. So you run around this circle formation. You don't have to run around, you can go right to the enemy. But the option to run around in a circle formation to attack the enemy from behind, on the side, or in the front, whichever way you want to do, is a nice option, and it always keeps the combat fresh. I mean, in strategy is important, especially when you're fighting bosses. You don't just want to run up to them and start attacking. You would probably let your friends attack while you heal and help the healer heal herself, because she is worried about healing the people they're actually fighting. If you understood that, good job. You also have little things like finishers or power-ups, so on. The finishers in this game are really cool. It's basically you tap the R button when you can. I'll show you a little right here. And bam, it's a finisher. Cuts right through them. Does like a lot of damage. You also have arts. Basically, your normal attacking is just keep tapping B to hurt them. But then A is like a special thing. You equip that by pressing A and up on the analog to do them, and so on. Or A down, A to the right. Or you can equip it to your R analog, so that's always a cool feature, and they do damage, obviously. You also have your inventory, you know, items, equipment, all that. What's really cool about this game is to learn new skills. You don't learn them normally by leveling up. You learn them by weapons. You equip a weapon, and as long as it's equipped, you're learning a new move. It takes some time, but once you learn that move, you can use it forever, no matter if you get rid of the weapon or not. That's a pretty cool thing, and I don't know if that's been done before, but I liked it anyway. So you learn a lot of different skills depending on which weapon you equip. The enjoyability is high for an RPG. There's a lot to explore, a lot to do. The main story is 40 hours alone. Side missions just add more hours. Lots of stuff to collect, and so on. So you'll have plenty of stuff to do in this game. Do not worry about $60 warranty of purchase. As I said, the battles are action RPG, so it keeps it fresh, but it does get a little repetitive after a while. But since you keep learning arts and skills, it keeps it even more fresh. So it's a lot to do, and it's a lot of fun. You'll get attached to these characters most likely. I do anyway. I felt they're really well done. And while the graphics are the weakest part, they're still done pretty nicely, and the effects are all good. So all in all, this is not an RPG you should miss if you're a fan of Japanese RPGs. I give this a solid 8.3, and enjoy. Go pick it up.
The sign of victory! Alright!
Hey, that kinda hurt.